In this video today, I want to talk to us about distractions. Jesus Christ in us exposes distraction. And here is a scenario. I had finished prayers a night ago. I was in a dream. In the dream, I had children I was tutoring, teaching in a room. Somebody came and knocked at the door. I walked up to the door to attend to the person. Few minutes. When I came back into the room, I saw that the place was filled with elderly men and women having some kind of meeting, with the children still seated there. And I turned to these elderly men and women and asked them, how did they get in here? I actually shouted at them and asked them who permitted them to come into this room. And I chased them out of the room. When you look at the children I was teaching, the elders that came in to have a meeting, it will appear that the elders coming in to have a meeting is more important than me in the same room teaching the children. And that, I will attend to the elders, or provisions will be made for them to have their meeting. But that was not the case in the dream. You see, in Luke chapter 10, 38 to 42, now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. Martha and Mary. But Martha was cumbered, distracted about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister had left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful. And Mary had chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. The problem with distractions is it diverts you from spiritual focus or a devotion to God. The whole purpose of it, it's a hindrance to spiritual growth and a barrier to experiencing the fullness of a relationship with God. It diverts you away from God. It's a hindrance in your growth with God. The thing with distractions is it's so important oftentimes you're not aware of it. Weddings, burials, families, relatives, well-wishers come up with all kinds of stories that are very genuine, that appears you must attend to. What exposes those distractions is Jesus Christ in you. You see, in that garden, the Garden of Eden, there was the tree of life, and then the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The tree of life is Jesus Christ. The tree of knowledge of good and evil is you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and your attitudes. And the tree of life is the wisdom of God. That is Jesus Christ, is the righteousness of God. When we receive Christ, He comes to dwell with you. Two things play out in your life: the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of life. Jesus speaking in John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. It is the tree of life that now compels the tree of knowledge of good and evil to bow, to submit to it. I'm communicating. You have these thoughts that go on in your mind. That is the tree of knowledge of good and evil, trying to act out itself. Paul speaking said, I bring my body under subjection. He says he brings his body under subjection. He takes the tree of knowledge of good and evil and brings them under subjection so that the tree of life will take precedence over his life. These distractions are so strong. Many times we are compelled by it, distracting you from reaching your God potential. And the only one who exposes these distractions is Jesus Christ in you. Is what God tells you to do. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Is what we do. Not your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and your attitudes. You must override them with Jesus Christ. And the only one who can help you is Jesus Christ. I hope I've communicated. God bless you.